Doctor Stone.
Stone, it had one of the best chapters of the week.
This
Top three.
series be Wylan.
So, so we get some backstory here. I'm shocked, bro. Backstory here. So basically, it's actually kind of a quick chapter too.
Yeah, it is.
So probably
you remember the first chapter? Like, this is so cool because it's getting to like that One Piece level shit where we're like flashing back to like shit that happened right before the first chapter. And it's interesting too because one of the first things I noticed here was, you remember in the first chapter they found like the like fucking petrified, like, I think, was it swallows, or like was it a specific kind of bird?
What he said, Taiju found. It's crazy because, bro. Like,
well, hold on, I'm trying to remember, what kind of bird is it? Is it a specific kind of bird?
Probably. I don't remember. You have to go back.
This is bothering me. Why don't any of them fucking say the name of the goddamn bird? There it is, the swallow. Okay, right. So the vibe I was getting in this chapter is, it's like, was it specifically swallows? Like, I assumed it was like any bird, because but like whoever was fucking with this thing was like literally testing it on like specifically swallows at first. Is that what I'm getting here?
Probably.
That's interesting, because I guess when I first read that chapter, the reason that I assumed birds were falling out of the sky with it was because I assumed it was I assumed it was like a slow building thing that started out in the sky and then like exploded. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. And it's interesting because like they were finding them in America too, right? It wasn't just in Japan, correct?
So that actually opens up a lot of questions now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not just one person, but maybe like a company or a corporation, maybe?
Oh, shit. It would be a fucking corporation.
I mean, think about it, right? Because like we see this all the time, Skynet, like we see shit, right? So they do shit. So the question is, what was the point of the the stone? Like, is it like, oh, like only the strong survive? Like, Apocalypse. I don't know, you guys seen X-Men, right? But like Thanos, like Apocalypse style, like weed out the strong, weed out the weak, and only the strong.
I mean, it could be anyone that had like an and prime and primitive viewpoint of the world, which is essentially like, I want to go back to like how caveman lived. Like, there are people that are like, oh, all these innovations is what fucking ruined us. We should go back to like living off the land and shit. If you had that belief, there's not a much better way to do that, to fix it, than this, right? Because you know what this also fixes? Global warming. Like literally, if you could petrify everyone, we chill for 3,000 years, we wake up, we restart everything. You've just fixed global warming for another 100 years. Yeah, and then you can just keep doing that every 100 years. Like, all right, we fucked up the planet again. Let's let it heal. We fucked up the planet again. Let's let it heal. It'd be a lot of things.
Oh, wow. Actually, if I was a writer, I'd actually write that down. That's actually a good plot story there. If only I had the talent.
Because humans would rather come up with some contrived bullshit like that than just change their fucking behaviors to stop. Like, I don't know if you ever saw, this is a real ass story. Like, scientists are literally like considering, I don't remember if it was, what was it? I think it was like it was one of two things. I'm going to list both so I'm not wrong, because it's one. It was either like literally finding a way to like move the earth a couple inches away from the sun to make it cooler, or like that Jimmy Neutron plot where they like kind of block out the sun a little bit. It was one of those two things that scientists were literally looking into, and then someone retweeted it like, we would literally rather try to block the sun or move the planet than just stop burning carbon and fossil fuels.
We always try to take the easy way out. And we're humans, bro. That's what we do.
Well, ironically, it's the harder way out. It's less taking the easy way out and more like, what way will let us keep making all the money?
Oh, that's so bad, bro. That's really
it's
bad.
fucked. Yeah. Also, I'm loving too, like, I just love this like relationship that Zeno and Senku had, where like even beyond just like this master-student thing, like they work together on shit. Here's why I remember, because again, forgive me, because we are filming this like days after I read it, so I'm remembering things on the fly here. On Senku's screen, it says specifically petrified swallows, and there's like a bunch of pictures, so it seems like it was specifically that type of bird, which even more kind of emphasizes that this was like done by someone with intelligence. It wasn't just a random event, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which obviously was basically confirmed already because they have like these handheld fucking petrification devices. And we've also had situations where they rain from the fucking sky. So yeah. But it's weird. It's like it seems like some scientist somewhere was like, all right, first we'll test it on this very specific species of bird and see how it interacts with that. That's the vibe I get anyway. But anyway, though, with the Senku Xeno relationship here, I love this, like, Senku being the fucking millennial here. He fucking gathers all the Twitter data, and he's just like, this old guy's like, that's too young for me. He's like, it wasn't even me, bro. It was some random kid in Japan.
That's interesting. So
isn't that not such a flex that Senku is doing this shit like in his spare time and like sending it to his boy at NASA? Like, oh, don't worry, I got a boy at NASA. Let me just send this real quick.
You know what's funny too? I'm gonna bring it up as much as I can, but the author is trying to bring back that Taiju Senku friendship. You know why? Because think about it. Taiju's trying to fix the damn bird while Senku's already working on it, bro. Like, as you see, because, like, that was the same day that he came in and was just like, Senku, I'm finally gonna,
Yeah, that was first chapter shit, and luckily he's redrawn Senku to not look horrible. Because, do you remember the art style in the first chapter? Jesus Christ. He adjusted that shit quick. Do you not remember what Senku looked like in the first chapter?
I remember, bro.
It's filth. Actual filth. Do you need to... Bro. go to the first chapter right now. You're on Viz.
Oh, my God. Oh, my...
He looked creepy to me. Like, it was way too, like, he had, like, some JoJo proportions, I'm telling you. Like, he had, like, really broad shoulders and, like, a thick-ass jawline. He wasn't cute. They didn't make him cute. I need my cute protagonist. Here, hold on. All right, go to Senku specifically. Yeah, no. Go to chapter 1, page 6 through 7. Look at Senku on the right there. Look at him.
Let me see. Let me go to chapter
1, page 6 through 7, right on the right. It's horrifying. I hate it. He looks too manly. He looks like he's like 35.
Oh my God. Yo.
Look at him. So now compare that to like this current chapter where he redrew the same ass scene.
Yo, my man.
Looking like a fucking creep.
Yeah, I remember.
That's probably one of the reasons I hated Senku in the beginning. Like, he didn't look appealing. He came off as a douchebag. Like, this is the biggest example of like a course correction in manga I've ever seen. Within like 15 chapters, it went from like, I don't know about this to, ooh, actually.
Oh my God.
His art was wildly different back
then. Bro, the series has come so far, bro. 5 years. Hey, one of the oldest series in Jump now in 2 weeks. 5 years.
Fucking crazy.
Bro, the top 5, bro. The big 5.
The new big 5. Here it is.
So from now on, we are promoting the big 5.
Mm-hmm. Say the big 5.
Dr. Stone.
Right.
Black Clover.
Yep.
My Hero Academia.
Uh-huh.
One Piece.
Yes.
And We Never Learned.
I just want to clarify. First, where are we getting this metric? Those are the 5 oldest manga in the series once Haiku leaves, correct?
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, these are the longest running series in Jump for now, for 5 years.
And
right?
then the caveat I will give to that is, at any point that Hunter x Hunter is off hiatus, it becomes part of the big 5.
The big 5, because the old big 5, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Gintama, and Kokachime. So yeah, I mean it makes sense, right? Because 5 of those shits were making grounds, bro. That was their shit. Ugh. So now we have our big 5.
But
so
yeah,
sorry.
You see what I'm saying though, right? Like he cuted up Senku real quick, like because Senku be looking weird in that first chapter. So now, like now that you've seen that, go back to this like where he's redrawn it on page. It's the same exact page 6 through 7, but on the recent chapter, look how he redrew him. Current best boy Senku, back to being adorable.
Just going back to seeing Taiju's love confession, seeing whether or not, we were going to see that confession, and then we see the cucking Taiju. Yeah. That's actually really funny. I love how in the chapter 2, it's just like Senku, perfect best friend, right? Like, you're in Stone, right? And your smart best friend goes off ahead of you, right? Doing all this shit, and he finds your Stone, and he's like, my nigga, what are you doing? Hurry up and get your ass up. Like, what are you doing?
You're talking about, like, the beginning of the series? Yeah,
no, because I think it was, was it this chapter remember it was last chapter, but I remember seeing like when Senku there was a page where Senku was like taunting Taiju while he was still in stone. He's like, "Why are you not awake already?" Yeah, right here, yo, bro.
Where? What page?
1617
of this chapter?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, he's like kicking him. That blockhead of yours is slowing down your revival. Not enough brain activity.
Bro, like my man's just like, hey, what are you doing? Get up.
That's me and you, bro. It's me and you in the same situation.
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, how could he do this to Taiju? Clearly, Senku's like, this is my best friend over here.
Is this the meme where it's like he fucking shoots Taiju? How could he do this to Taiju?
It's funny. Or he's trying to make it seem like, hey, times change. Friends move on and you find new best friends. It happens, you know what I'm saying? You find people with more interest than me.
I'm telling you, bro, Chrome is objectively better suited to be his best friend. I'm going to say it to the end of time. I preach it.
It's like how everyone in the Naruto fandom says Shikamaru is Naruto's real best friend, but somehow Sasuke is still treated as his best friend. That's why.
Him and Shikamaru chill more, for sure. Like, they have more of a chill relationship.
It's just like, you know, Shikamaru become a terrorist.
Yeah, you're right. Shikamaru did not become a terrorist and try to assassinate literally all of the world leaders of your verse. Here I am at the Kage Summit to kill all of you because of vague anger.
I love how you're having a whole conversation about that. You were just like, it'd be like
that's my favorite arc, by the way. My favorite arc of Shippuden is the Kage Summit because it is literally just an arc full of watching Sasuke get his ass kicked.
It's like Red was just like, that'd be the equivalent in our world, just going to the UN and trying to assassinate.
Sliding into the UN, like, what's up, everybody? I'm here to kill all of you.
That is funny. At that point,
it's like. And then by the way, like 2 years later, he just like, I don't know, just becomes a member of the UN. They're like, we forgive you. And I know they didn't. The Leaf Village. So in fact, actually, what it's more like, because I'm pretty sure it's implied. Yes, we're going on a Naruto tangent. Hold on. I think it's implied that like in Naruto, Sasuke does kind of have to like always be on the move because of what he did. There will literally always be like people out for his life. You know.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is it's very similar to like I do kind of see this dynamic in real life. I could see it like the Leaf Village, because Naruto is like definitely like kind of being corrupt in his role of Hokage and like putting personal feelings into it. As Hokage of the Leaf Village, he's like saying, well, the Leaf Village fully supports Sasuke. So, you know, don't be coming up here trying to fuck with Sasuke because our military will... Like, I guarantee you Naruto's the kind of motherfucker that would like deploy the whole ass fucking military of the Leaf Village to protect Sasuke.
Oh yeah, so it makes sense.
It's like America. Like if we were harboring a terrorist, like imagine like one of our generals fucking like killed some like Iranian general, which is a little too real because I mean we kind of did that. It just wasn't our general; it was a random drone strike. So imagine though, like it's just like one of our dudes killed like a really important guy in some other country, and then he like flew back to America, and they're like, ha ha, can't get me. Like that's basically Sasuke. Like I imagine he's wanted literally everywhere in the fucking Naruto verse except the Leaf Village because Naruto is Naruto.
Well, hey, bro, that's probably what they were going for with that. That's funny. Hilarious. That's really funny.
Anyway, back to Dr. Stone. I really like, so Stanley is growing on me here. This is a really cool moment where, so essentially we have this thing where, you know, Zeno is kind of like reminded me of fucking like Dr. Robotnik from fucking the Sonic movie. You know, he's like the eccentric scientist they call him. Like, oh god, he's a weirdo, but he's good at his shit, right? So yeah. They call all these important people together, and they're like, all right, like, you know, there's brainwaves in here. There's still mind activity. He kind of clarifies, you know, what we've known for a while, but he says it in clearer English. Like, all right, you know, as long as the brainwaves stay, they can continue to be awake and conscious in there. But if they fade, then they're dead. Which obviously clarifies the whole like keeping your mind active thing. And that's so cool because he says that literally right before the explosion goes off. And I do like the detail too that of course because this is America, it's night, where it was daytime in Japan, you know, when the explosion went off. So like as he's saying that, like, oh yeah, it's really important to, you know, you got to keep your mind active. Or he doesn't even say it that obvious. He says like, I mean, he kind of does, but like he says, like, yeah, the brainwave thing, and then everyone kind of puts that together, like, oh shit. That's why everyone at this meeting basically is still awake because like, and that answers why he had like how his people, because we were wondering, oh well, he didn't revive any of these people, so all these people must have woken up on their own. I love it. It's so good.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, for real. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, so all these people go into this knowing keep my mind active. They do. And honestly, Stanley's the real MVP. Like, good for fucking, like, it's just cool as fuck. He, like, get down, and he's got this, like, badass, like, protector pose. Oh, it's so cool. And then what's interesting, too, is this one guy, one of the simps for Thick Ass over here, fucking, like, swallows a ring, so I imagine that'll become relevant at some point.
Yeah. So anyway, as I was trying to
we
say,
see Donald Trump again one more time.
So we always talk shit about the author, but he always comes back like,
no, bro. What are you talking about? I don't talk shit about this author. I love this author. What are you talking
about? Don't be a simp. We do sometimes.
When?
Are you kidding me? We literally talk shit about him sometimes.
This is one of the most like I think out of all the authors, this is one of the least like. You gotta give me an example.
Not seriously, dum.
Give me an example.
Like, we talk about how with Thor and then we talked about how you had to cover his grounds with how they knew each other. Like, we be talking some shit.
I guess.
Don't. No, but...
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, he's acting dumb. We talk shit about his author, so every time we talk about
a little bit, like, super jokingly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it's... Okay, whatever.
No, hush. Anyway, we talk shit about his author sometimes, but he comes back with, like... He comes back with those flames, bro. He's like, who are you talking shit about, bro? He's like, who are you? Like, I can't cover my ground. It's like, bro, this man is, wow, bro.
Also, just to go back on the thick ass situation, go to pages 12 through 13 real quick for me.
12 through 13.
And then look at the bottom right panel. Like, literally, people have been talking about how the proportions are ridiculous. Like, look at that. Mm-hmm. I need you to imagine that in real life for a second. Like, that is... that's unhealthy, but I mean, like, it's okay. I'll take it. But I mean, just like that's one of those proportions that looks great in manga, but I have a feeling if in real life you'd be like, "Are you okay?" Mm-hmm. Fucking what the fuck is the guy in Smash Brothers' name from Fatal Fury? Terry something.
Yeah, Terry Bogard.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Are you okay? Bust a wolf.
Bust a nut in that ass.
So it's very interesting to see this whole thing happen, right? Because the explosion, you know.
Oh, by the way, I gotta love the convenient fucking clothing or the rock or something's in front of fucking Stanley's dick in this panel, so you know.
Oh yeah, you already knew that. You know what that was about. We can't see that. No.
Speaking of that, I have to give props to one Steel Ram. Our boy David's catching up on Dr. Stone, and he put in the comments, hey, just want to remind you, because Yuzuriha has canonically, like, glued together all these stone statues, she knows everyone's dick size. She had to meticulously glue back, a dick. Think about it. Many dicks.
Many.
So, I mean, you know, just think about that. Just think about that for a second. Thanks to Steel Ram for putting that in my head. Anyway.
So that means that she can make her own personal dick if she wants to. You know?
Oh, no. Oh, literally, if you needed a dildo, just walk out to any random stone statue, find yourself a good dick, snap it off, and you got one.
No, not even that, bro. Like, imagine. Why should just be like, hey, yo, Senku, I'm going to need you to use that stone device on Taiju real quick, and then you just go to other different stone statues, right? Just, you know, do some little doctoring, some sewing, bro. You got yourself a nice 8-incher, bro.
So what you're saying is you could essentially dismantle his stone dick, fuck with it, make his dick bigger, revive him, and he comes back with a bigger dick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love someone to, like, genuinely ask Senku, like, tell me about the science of this. Could that work?
Because, I mean...
And then Taiju's like, could that work? Could it work?
It most likely could work.
What?
I mean, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, this series has kind of made it seem like it could work, bro. Like you already know.
Go to oh my god, have you seen the movie Get Out?
I have not.
Okay, so in that movie, the premise is it's a bunch of like white people that are like jealous of black people because they're like real racist, but in like the opposite direction where their racism is like, oh, black people are just like objectively better at sports and shit. You've heard that before, right? Like, oh, they got like the better muscles for it and shit. You've heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's a bunch of white people that are like literally like transplanting their brains into black people bodies to become like black people.
Oh, I didn't know that was what the movie was about.
Yeah. Well, that's the big twist. And spoilers. And so, like, I'm imagining the version of that in Dr. Stone world is Taiju wants a bigger dick. He roams out in the American stone fields, finds a big old black dude, snaps off the dick, and then fucking they just do dick replacement surgery and then re-revives him, and he literally has a black dick.
That probably look weird on them. I'm just like, because the color doesn't change, right?
Exactly,
So,
I know.
it's just like, wow.
But that's even funnier. Like, first of
That
all,
looks
by the
so
way,
art-
hentai artists, feel free to take that plot. Just credit me.
Do you know how artificial that would be? Like that'd be equivalent to like taking somebody's arm off, right? Taking some of another race's arm off, right? Putting it on, weird. Like, bro, that's
Of
wild.
course, it'd be weird.
Only Dr.
Seriously
Stone,
though,
bro.
like that's just stupid enough for like a hentai plot.
Only Dr. Stone, bro.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, and I love too that like they both woke up at the same time because and there's this consistent theme in this series of like we don't do shit by coincidence. That's not how I'm gonna write this series. It's never gonna be coincidence based. This is a science based series. Everything is calculated and decided on accurately, and like I don't know, I love that shit. That's just cool.
Oh yeah.
Because they both woke up, they both wanted to wake up during like spring, if I remember correctly. Although, wouldn't it? I'm trying to remember how the seasons are on like the x-axis, y-axis thing, right? Mm-hmm. Of the Earth. So like when it's like summer in America, is it also summer in Japan? Someone tell me that, but I don't know. Either way, like I know they both because obviously he wants to wake up when the corn is happening, and Senku I remember specifically wanted to wake up not during winter so he didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love that shit. It's great. Final thoughts for you.
Let's see here. So let's check this out. Blah blah blah. I can run myself. I'm loving, all of them keeping them awake, take cover. Yeah, man, this is some good shit. I'm loving everything that's happening so far.
The series is honestly these last two chapters. I really have to give props because for a while, Dr. Stone was just kind of like my. Just a guilty pleasure series. I didn't really rank it as highly as like, in my mind, it wasn't like One Piece or like Chainsaw Man. It was just a fun little. I ranked it in the same way like I'd read like a casual webcomic I would read. But like these last two chapters have really like upped it for me to like one of the most exciting things to read every week.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think I have nothing else to say. This chapter definitely gets a 9, bro, for sure.
Yeah. Good shit. Peace.
And with that,
Peace.